at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Let's go now. 63.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell
from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. But CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running left, it's Barkley. And some space here.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hurts. Going right back to Dotson.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. They scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. It's out. He put it on the carpet.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another run for Gibbs here. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to throw. Goff.
Finding space at the 40.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Here we go on 4th. Goff. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Block secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the air now with Goff. It's complete to Williams. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. To throw is Goff. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second and 10. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Off play action. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it's Goff. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Here's 3rd down and 5. Goff now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him up.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Hurts will throw.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Goff now looking to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. He's on his way.
And a turn.
High fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
Tripping off grades, I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my way I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the South on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chump, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my neighbors jumping up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles, all the ops in the pout. They all in the sewers, the south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor to the cut,
got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his 53, I'm throwing up, they see the G and I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try love. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Seen his days walking, so I'm keeping feathers plugged.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly.
close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That one on target for Williams. He's got it. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Britton Covey now on the return. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9. Here's a run. A short game. Down to the 7. 2nd and goal.
We go tonight. Attack.
Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. That is intercepted. Picked off by the Kobe D. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Goff. Going left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Crowd up, Yeti. Great, set.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On play action, Hurts. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Goddard. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Great, set.
They'll move the pocket here with Hurts. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
To the air again, Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down on what should be. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the incomplete coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And now it's 4th down. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On play action, Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. And he's in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Listen. What?
Goff to throw on 1st down. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Whoa!
On 1st and 10, here's Goff.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Working free downfield, it is Williams. It is a huge play for Detroit. 31 yards.
Maverick!
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
One out.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, shell.
Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this.
We go tonight.
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs. So, instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions have tied it at 17.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Hurts to throw. Now he'll run it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will go up by 7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Now you won. We go.
Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10. Back over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Cal, you won. Hey, Cal. Shell. What?
On 1st down, it's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Goff to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running down, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Reed Blankenship at the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL.
And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Eagles. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. Goff to throw. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators. Trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Great. Set.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Set.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Oh, he's got him now. His tight end got it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little.
And he will get into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. From the gun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up and cover.
Oh, they're on him with a flag, and he's lost the football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and the great return for the touchdown. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, Goff. On target to Laporta. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Hey, let's go. Go. What's that?
To throw is Goff. Along the sideline, Williams pulls it in. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
What's that?
Here's Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he'll be taken down.
Look.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. On second down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped. He gets 2 down to the 2-yard line. But now it's 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to edge a bit closer. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Covey now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Set. No touch.
It was Derek Barnes with the stop. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
How often do we see teams into the ground game? They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down. I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you, the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, Goddard. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation move. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He is in. Saquon.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans, black.